Hello everybody, I'm Scotty from Scotty's Clock World. Thanks for joining me back on my channel. Today I have something quite different for you. I recently got a box of Black Forest novelty clocks, or weather houses, from an auction here in Victoria. Here you can see 9 of the clocks, they're all lined up, a couple of the weather houses and the rest are clocks. All the clocks have mechanical movements and are time only and are in need of repair. 2 of the clocks have a cardboard face, one of which has its original weight still attached and is actually quite old. I've ordered some chains, weights and pendulums from overseas, and as soon as they get here then we will start repairing these movements. While I'm waiting for the parts to arrive, I'll get the movements up and running again. So let's have a look at what we've got. We'll start off with one of the clocks and see what condition it's in. We'll start off with this lovely little clock. Hand painted with pine cones, and it looks like snow down the side here. It used to have something on top, there's a lot of glue up there. What that is, I don't know. I haven't been able to find any information online about it. But it's a lovely little clock. I assume that's a little blue and red cuckoo bird down there. Turn it round. There's the movement. Standard little movement for these novelty clocks. In there, I'll take that out, get that cleaned up, we'll get it running. I've got weights for it coming. So that's the first one. The next one is a weather house. See the little man in his lederhosen and the little woman in there. I've ordered a dial with hands to go on there. This one is also a spring-driven movement. The weights are purely ornamental. There's the movement. It's obviously a more recent one because it's got plastic wheels in it. But once again, we'll get that up and running. This little piece of catgut here, you adjust the guy and the girl by turning that round, whether it's a hot day or a cold day with extra humidity, and then having done that, you just leave it alone and the catgut expands or contracts and pulls either the man or the woman out of the little house. This one here's got a cardboard face on it. Relatively new, I would say, because it seems to be in pretty good nick. There's not much damage on it. Still attached to the back, but only just. Once again, standard movement. You can see the escape wheel turning there. That one doesn't seem to be in too bad a shape. A little bit of rust on it, which we'll solve by using a Dremel tool. The chains are seriously in need of cleaning, as you can see, but that one is a newer one. This weather house here is a very old one. You can see by the condition it's in. Thermometer on the front, and the guy and the girl, the man and the lady. It used to have a base on here, but that's disappeared, and it would have also had a little rock in the front, which is specifically to stop either of them coming out too far. It's got the original instructions on the back, written on a piece of cardboard in English, French and German. Hang up in a dry place. If weather is dry, turn the chimney till the lady just comes out. If it's wet, bring out the man. Only adjust once. It's a shame it's in pretty rough condition, but it's very old, so I'll clean it up and I'll put it on my novelty clock wall when it's done. Here's another little clock, hand painted once again with flowers. Also used to have something on the top, I've got no idea what. A couple little stones there, a couple of marks. It had some sort of superstructure up here. I assume that nail lever was to hold that on, and it had something on there. But we'll turn it round. Rusty chain, but that goes without saying. Put that on the table. That's our movement. Escape wheel is turning, only just, but it is. But these movements weren't designed to be worked on. You can see they've got a piece of steel or brass holding them together, and it's just been screwed round. So we'll have to be careful when we undo that we don't break them off. This next one, I'll put that over the back out of the road. This next one is a real beauty. It's an original, got its original cardboard face on it, and that is the original weight. Turn it round. On the front, it's got all these thumbtacks in it holding the piece of paper on the cardboard so it doesn't fall off. Once again, movement in the back. It's got some writing up there, I don't know what it is, we'll check that when we get there. But it's very old, and you can see that the escape wheel is turning as it goes round. That will be great fun looking at that and finding out what that writing is up there, and then restoring that a bit. There's not very much I can do with the front, with the face of the clock there. It is what it is, and I don't want to make it any worse than it is. But that will look good sitting on my Novelty Black Forest clock wall. Alright, what are we up to? Done that guy. This one here is in a hell of a mess, but I'll get round to fixing it up. It's a bouncing girl on a swing one. Doing, 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 doing. Lovely. Part of the roof of the chalet is missing. Little blue bird up there on a piece of wire. But I don't think that it turns round. It may, I don't know. The bird may flip up and down. Broken hand there, hand painted. And there's a little movement in there. Inside it, where's a piece of pegwood. We'll have a bit of a poke round, see what we can see. Spring wound, mangle spring on the with the little girl on it, but how cool is that? I've got some new springs that have come in from America, so I'll be changing that over and getting that up and running. I'll also rebuild the top of the house as much as I can. Now, next one. This one seems to be pretty much in original condition. Looks like it's painted mission brown or some ghastly colour, but anyway. A couple of windows up there. Hands are in good nick. Turn it round. The escape wheel turns, and it's pretty clean in actual fact. There doesn't seem to be very much rust on it, so that I think would be an easy fix. And last, but definitely not least, out of our 9, I'll put that weather house up there for the moment. Lost a hand, they'll be replaced. The little man in his lederhosen and the lady, temperature gauge. A little pump out here with a water trough, some logs there, stones, a little bird over here, snow on the roof, some rocks to hold the roof on. We turn it round. The original instructions in French, English and German, how to set the clock up, which is pretty cool. And then the little movement down here. And I thought, oh, that's running a bit freely. I won't be able to fix that because it hasn't got a crutch on it or the pallets. And then I had a look in this great mess down here. The chain in the mess, and lo and behold, what have we got? Our pallets, crutch and pallets. So I'll be able to get that one going also. So that wasn't too bad a haul, I don't think. I got all that at the auction, those 9 pieces, for $50 Australian, which is about $22 American. And that's not too bad for a pile of old clocks. This one here is really, really old with the printed face on the cardboard and the drawing pins holding it together. And 2 of the clocks, this one and that one, the faces are hand painted, and that is brilliant. I really, really love those. They're great. And of course, our bouncing girl, what can you say? Excellent. All right, well, that's the general wrap up of these small novelty Black Forest clocks, weather houses that I picked up at the auction. So once the parts arrive, we'll finally put them back together and get them going one at a time. But in the meantime, I'll start cleaning them up, getting rid of the dust, etc. from them, cleaning up the original chains, which are pretty crappy, and getting the movement going. This one here is in pretty good shape. So it's got Germany written on it. That one has actually got nuts on the pillars. They're not clamped down. The posts aren't clamped down to hold the plates together. Alright, so there it is. That will be really exciting. Once they've all been fixed up, I'll then hang them on the wall behind the new desk that I'm going to build. I'm modifying my office so that I can hang my Cuckoo clocks up on the wall there. We've got too many to put in the lounge, where we've got heaps and heaps and heaps of clocks there. The big ones will go there, the 8-day ones, Zanzi Zandam, the cylinder, and those type of clocks. But the small little novelty ones, I'm going to hang on my wall in front of my desk so I can see them all the time.